Okay, everybody, welcome. Find your place. You know we're filming, but you know it's just me, not you, right? Yeah. Okay, so welcome, Silver Sneakers Yoga and Chair Yoga, Amy Top Yoga, it's all yoga. So today we're going to start standing. If you can stand, if you're in a chair, you can certainly start in your chair. And we'll just have one hand where we can touch our chair if we need to. Okay, so we're going to do the range of motion that we pretty much do every week because it's just so good. So we're going to start and bring our chin down to our chest, and then chin to the right, ear to the right. Oh yeah, take your time, really gently, over around the back, ear to the left, chin to the left, chin to the center. One more time, and if you need to stay in one place longer, just do that. Chin to the right, and to the ear to the right. This is the part that gets me around the back. Take your time. Ear to the left, chin to the left, chin to the center. And now we'll just reverse. Chin to the left, ear to the left, roll it around, ear to the right, chin to the right, chin to the chest. Last time, chin to the left, ear to the left, roll it around, ear to the right, chin to the right, and chin to the chest. Okay, then look up, give me a smile. If you're wearing a mask, you can cheat. Okay, and now we're just going to do the shoulder part. So we'll just lift our right hand up, palm facing in, bring it straight up, and when we get up, we'll flip it, let our palm come down our back. And then straight back up, and without moving the palm, flip it around, come on forward. Are your shoulders like giving some little creaks and pops like mine? So good, right? Just giving us this range of motion that we may not have had, but if we're doing this every day, it's going to help us. And we're trying to keep our shoulders facing forward. I'm saying that for myself. Okay, switch. Other hand, starting with the left, up, flip, back. Do you guys notice I'm mirroring today? I'm saying opposite right and left for me. I'm pretty proud of it. I hope you notice. Okay. Come on up, flip. One shoulder always feels a little more clicky maybe. Yeah, one more. Up and back around. Okay, now the waist. So we're just going to bend at the waist, not really here at the hips, but just stick our shoulders and stuff out, our hands on our hips. And then we're going to twist to the right, looking down. Then we'll bring our elbow down, roll around our back, squeezing our glutes, squeezing our belly, elbow to the left, twist to the left, and forward. Again, look to the right, elbow to the right, roll around the back, elbow to the left, twist to the left, and look down. And reverse, looking to the left, elbow to the left, roll it, elbow down, look down, center. Last time. Twist to the left, elbow to the left, roll it, elbow, twist, center. Okay, then holding our hands out in front of us like we're squeezing a book or a block between our hands, we're going to bring our shoulders up, shoulder blades back, down, and forward. And that's a good reminder. You can always up, back, to down and do this if you need to. and forward. One more time, up, back, down, and forward, and now we'll reverse. So straight back, shoulder blades up, shoulder blades forward, and down. This is the only time we like to bring our shoulders up by our ears, right? I might try to right up there all the time, but I keep pushing them down. One more time. Nice. Okay. Now is where we might need our chair. So we're going to do range of motion for our hip. So we will begin with the right hip. So just make sure that you can pick up your right leg and not run into your chair. Okay, so we're gonna lift our knee, open it, point our knee down, and then stretch it behind us. If you wanna hover your hand, you can do that. Forward, out, knee down, behind. One more time. Forward, out, knee down, behind, and forward. And oh my gosh, I'm like every other instructor that's ever lived, cheating, because it's not really over. We're gonna reverse it, straight back, out. How many times did they say one more time and then they're like, oh, 6 more times? Forward, back, knee down, knee out, forward, back, knee down, knee out, forward, and maybe balance. And then we'll put our foot down, and we'll do the other knee. So we can feel that in both hips, right? Let's give them a little wiggle. The standing hip and the opening hip. And if you're in a chair, you can move your knee if that is available to you, or you can always do this with your arms. So then balancing, we'll stand up, bring our knee up tall, open it, knee down, behind, and forward. Open, knee down, behind, and forward. Open, knee down, behind, and forward. So when you're bringing it forward, I bet you can notice that we're working our core a little bit. Straight back now, knee down, to the side, and forward. Straight back, knee down, to the side, forward. Last one for reals. Straight back, knee down, to the side, forward. Let's hula. Okay. Okay, coming to our chair. So we're sitting on the edge, and we've got one more big joint we need to range of motion. That is our knee. So we're just gonna lift our right leg straight out. We'll hold on to the chair, and then back. So we're just like letting our knee do its knee thing, going back and forth. And now we're gonna lead with our heel. So I'm turning my heel toward the middle, and then out, and then down, middle, up, out, down. I'm trying to sit up tall at the same time. One more time. Middle, up, down, out, down, and reverse, doubt, doubt. There's doubt here. Okay, reverse, couple times. Let's just do one more. Good. Let's do a little stomp. Okay, other leg, left leg, up and down. So easy. Engaging our core, working our core. I'm always thinking about our core and what we could do in this class to make it strong, but I'm noticing that we're using it. Okay, now with our heel, turn it in, take it up, take it out, down, in, up, out, down, in, up, out, down, and reverse. Back up, out, down, out, up, in, down. This is the last one. Out, up, in, down. Sit it up tall. Give yourselves a big old breath. Some stomping. It always feels so good. Okay, so now that we're warmed up and we've done our little range, we're just going to take a minute and breathe. Just let our minds come into the room with our bodies. Sometimes our minds are going everywhere. Sometimes we're thinking about what we wish we'd said to our friends, but don't worry, there's time to talk after class. And we'll just breathe here. I do have a theme for class today. It's a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson, and it is, "The only thing that can bring you peace is yourself." So if we're waiting for the world to settle down and bring us peace, good luck. But inside, here we are with peace. And you guys are giving yourself this gift today, right here in class, taking this time for yourself. So good for you. And if you want to set your own intention, you can do that now. We're just going to take a couple more breaths. And if your eyes are closed, just gently blink them open. Let's all get a drink before we move on. It's July, we've got to hydrate, right? Okay, so we have warmed up our big joints in the body, but now we're going to work on the smaller things. So coming up to the edge of our chair, we're just going to lift our heels and press into our toes, and then we're going to do Barbie feet. So you know how the toes are kind of up and the balls of we're pressing down the balls of the foot. That's Barbie feet. So heels are up, toes are spreading, and the ball of the foot is pressing down. So that's a super active foot, right? And we're just gonna hold that, keep pressing, sitting up tall, bring our shoulders up and back. Okay, Barbie, let your heels come on down. And now, I like to walk my foot just one step forward if I'm going to pick up my toes. I don't know why. And then toes up and down, up and down, up and down. And we can even rock them, like lift the toe, lift the heel, lift the toe, lift the heel. Just moving that around. And now, maybe sit back just an inch. And then, if you want to just pick up one foot, you can hold the knee if you want to, or you can use your core and hold it up. And we're just going to circle. Circle our ankles. Ooh, that feels good after doing the Barbie feet. And then circle the other way. And then set that one down. And now the right foot, pick it up. Circle. Doesn't matter which direction because we're going to do both. And circle around. So find a hold. Find to just sit up. Oh, I'm hearing some popping on myself. Okay, set the foot down. Sit up so tall. We've already done our knees. So now let's see let's get a little lateral action here. So can you not hear?
I cannot see.
Oh, good. Okay, great. Okay, Fran, you do what you need to do. I'm glad. Okay, so we're just going to hold one hand down. We'll keep our right hand down, and our left hand will come up and over, and we'll just sort of look over to the left side of the room. Okay, then that arm comes back down, right arm up and over, and just look over really gently. And we'll just flow this. So we'll just move back and forth through it on our own breath. Maybe we'll inhale up. And exhale down. And when you're even, when you've done both sides, I can't remember which side I started on. So I'm just going to stop now. Just come on to a tall seat. Okay, and now our wrists definitely need to warm up. And so we'll just make some fists. And now we'll go around. in and out, and maybe we'll go the same direction and the other direction. Okay, and then our elbows, we're going to get to those in a little bit. So we don't need to do anything special for those. Okay, so now we've already worked our legs a little bit, but we're going to do a few more. So we're just going to lift our foot, and now with our foot up in the air, we're going to do that same Barbie foot. So we're going to spread our toes and press through the ball of the foot. Our core is really engaged, and we're sitting up so tall. We're going to hold this for one more breath, and then we'll let that come down, coming up, so flexing, but even more than flexing, we're pressing through the ball of the foot, we're spreading our toe, sitting up so tall. Let it come down again. And if this is too slow, you can do this on your own breath. Holding, sitting up tall, other foot. Let it come on down, and one more time each side. I like to take my time because I have to think about that Barbie foot thing. Pressing out, spreading the toes. That gives us a little extra time. Okay, now we're coming back up. So I have a new flow. It's from this book. You can see me looking right at the book, called Standing Balance Pigeon. It has a fancy name. So funny, right? So we're going to all stand behind our chairs. Okay. And if we need to do this sitting, we can just do the same motions with our feet or sitting. That's just fine. So the first thing we're going to do is come up high on our toes. And maybe we let go of our chair. Maybe we don't. I'm not a great toe balancer. Nice. Okay, then we let our foot come down, and we'll step back with the left foot. So left leg is back. And if it's fine with both toes pointing forward, but if we want to be serious yogis, we'll bring our back foot about 45 degrees out. So that toe's pointing a little bit, and we'll bend into our front knee. Okay? Hips are looking right at me, so put your hands on them and turn them to me. Not in a hard way, but just in a kind, nice way. Okay, then maybe we'll lift our arms up and look up, warrior one. Okay, then we'll bring our hands back to the chair, step forward, and now we're going to lift our, it's my left, it's your right knee up, and left arm. So right knee, left arm, let go if you want to. Okay, now, coming to the side so you can see what I'm doing, but you guys stay behind your chair. Okay. Then, with the right knee, we're going to cross it over our foot. And this hand can come back on down. And maybe we can sit forward. Maybe we can balance. So you can bend your standing leg as much as you want to. And if you want to press on your chair so you can get lower, fine. If you want to work on your balance, that's great. And then we'll put both hands on the chair. Stand back up, arms go up. We look up, we suck in our belly, and we're going to put our hands right here behind us. Like if we had pockets, we were putting our hands in our pockets. And then we make sure we're squeezing our glutes so tight, we're engaging our core, sucking our belly in, and we're going to keep our elbows pressing together, and we're going to look up. Just gently, gently, gently. Squeezing the glutes, the most important. So tiny little back bend, and then come on back up. Hands to the heart. And that was one. So next, up on the toes. So tall, balance, if you want. And then heels come down, hands on the chair, stepping back with the right foot. Right foot. The other left. Okay, so again, that foot is 45 degrees out if we like that. Okay, we'll take our hips and everybody point your hips to me. Front knees bent. And if it feels okay, lift up your arms and look up. Not a whole lot of looking up, just kind of looking forward and a little bit up. Then hands come to the chair, we step forward, and this time we're gonna bend our left knee, set it on our leg. Is this the same one we just did?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
I'm right? Okay. Okay, and then maybe balance. Maybe sink a little lower, making sure our core is engaged, our chest is lifted. We're just staring at one place on the ground that's not moving. So don't look at me, I'm wobbling. Look at some place on the ground. And then come on back up, hand on the chair, and we'll do a back bend on this side. So you already know what we're doing. We're putting our hands right here. We're engaging the glutes, we're squeezing everything, and then we're just drifting back, letting our elbows kind of try to reach together. It's more a feeling of it than doing it. You can see that my elbows are nowhere near together. It's just that feel. Okay, then come on back up. We're going to do the other side, if I can keep my right and left straight, which clearly I can't. So, up on the toes. Heels come down. Step back with the left foot, 45-degree angle, bending the right knee, arms go up, look up, warrior one. I'm checking your hips and they're all pointing right at me, nice job. Okay, then hands to the chair, step forward, and our left leg is gonna come up and over the right. No, this is wrong. Right leg up and over the left, okay. Sitting down, balancing, if that feels okay. And that's what's so nice about the chair is it's just right here if you need it, which I do. Lift the chest, one more breath. Okay, come on up. We'll do our little back bend now. Hands go behind us. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Elbows pointing together and looking up. And then come on back up. Other side. So stepping back with the right. So the right foot's 45-degree angle. There's a bend in the left knee. Hips pointing forward. Arms come up. Gaze goes up. Warrior one. Hand back to the chair. Step forward. Honestly, I have no idea which one's coming up. This one? No. Yes. This one for me. This one, yes. Well, just try to do your other foot, okay? I could be completely wrong. And sit down. Yeah, I think I'm doing the same one. Whatever. Okay, take one more breath. And then come on back up. Little back bend. Hands in the back pocket. Squeeze those glutes. Squeeze the belly. And just drift on back. Just look at the ceiling if you want to, but not like bringing your head all the way back. Okay, great. Now, while we're here, we're gonna tree, which I think I can do that one. So tree you can do standing or sitting. If you're sitting, your arms will come up and forward. So if you're sitting tree, it's this. If you're standing tree, we're just gonna pick up one foot. So we're just gonna pick up our left leg, and maybe open it a little bit, and then it could be here like a kickstand, or it could be up on our shin, or if you're real fancy, it could go up to your thigh. Hands could come here in prayer, and just take a little minute, get your balance. Maybe the arms go up, and maybe our tree does whatever. Maybe it's a crazy tree in the wind, it's a windy day tree, yeah. And then trying to come out with control. Bring our hands back here. Take a breath, and then come down. So when we come out, we want it to be like, I meant to do that, not like, I just fell out. So that's our goal, okay. Okay, now, other foot, so it's the right, and we're just going to pick it up. And maybe it's here like a little kickstand, and maybe it's up on our leg. And we'll bring our hands up. Whoa. You'll notice that one side is easier than the other. This is my hard side. Grow it. Wave it around. We could be a tree under the sea if we want to be. Bless you. And then, like we mean it. Oops, not like that. Hands to the heart, take a breath, then we come on down. Okay, so last week we did cat and cow in the chair, and I think that's really good for our back, maybe better than sitting. So, but if you're sitting, of course you can do cat and cow in your chair, just tipping the pelvis. So we'll come to one side, it doesn't matter. Bring our hands down, and we're just looking down at the chair. Okay, so now I'm going to shine my heart forward and gaze up, and when I do that, I'm tipping my tailbone right up at the ceiling. And then as I exhale, I'll curl my belly button toward my spine, let my head come down a little bit, and put my tailbone back down. So it's basically all about the tailbone. Tip it up, and tip it down. And we look up when we tip it up, and we look down when we tip it down. So you guys know, you can do this same motion in your bed before you get up. I don't know if you're like me, but sometimes your low back is a little sore. And this is so excellent. So just keep doing that, or stand up and take a little break and get a drink, and I'll show you the floor version, as in you could do this in your own bed. Okay, so don't do this here. I'll get in trouble. Okay. Okay, so you're on the ground. You're in your bed. You bend your knees, and then you just tip your tailbone, and that flattens that sacrum, that part of your back, right down into the floor of the mattress. It feels so good. And then you just relax, and you have that normal little curve where your waist is like not touching. So basically you're just putting the back of your waist down and then back up. So this is a cat and cow you can do anywhere, right? So that's some homework, and maybe you'll tell me if you did it for the week. Okay. Counting on you guys. Okay, so one more thing. Did everybody get a chance to stand up? Let's move our wrist out. Okay, because I have one more little chair thing. Okay, so we're going to come back down, and we're going to do tiger, which, as you know, is just picking up one foot and flexing the foot. And then tiger can move into bird dog. So I have my right foot up, and so my left arm's going to come out. I'm not mirroring. It doesn't matter, just your opposite. And we're gazing down at the chair, and we're engaging our core. And if this doesn't feel good, just hold up your leg. And then hand comes down, leg comes down. We'll switch, tiger on the other side, pick up the leg, look down at the chair, flex the foot, and we could stay right here, or another variation is just stretch that arm forward. This is called bird dog, which is funny, right? Like we're pointing. And just take a breath. Hand comes down, foot comes down, and we'll just shake it around. While we're bending over our chair, let's put our wrists the other way. So usually we put our hands down. We're just going to put our wrists backwards. Let's see how that feels. I hear some grumbling. How does it feel? Yeah. So thanks for telling me that. Yeah, so maybe you need to walk your hand to the edge and do it this way. Just see, because that's something that might be helpful to do a couple times a day if this is not working for you. Just maybe to get a little more motion that way. Okay.
You're looking at the palms of your hands, is what you're saying.
No.
This way.
This way, but turn your wrists away from you. And if you can walk them up on the chair, yes, yes. Okay, thanks for asking, Linda, and thanks for helping everybody. Good, yeah. It's always good to be like, what are you doing? Yeah, yeah. Okay, great. So we're going to sit down and take a drink. Okay, so after that wrist work, we're going to do a little wristing. So that will be good. Go ahead and sit all the way back in your chair so you can pick up your feet if that's okay. Just a little flutter kick. This is a very important yoga move. But it feels good. Okay, so we'll let our feet come on down. And we'll pick up our hands. And we're going to make fists again like we did at the beginning. But we're going to windshield wiper our wrists. So just back and forth. Back and forth. That feels good. Okay, now we're going to pick up our feet. And we're going to back and forth. The same as our hands, kind of. Okay, now we're going to circle with our wrists and back and forth with our feet. Oh, my feet are circling. They're not back and forthing. Oh. It's very hard. Okay, don't watch me. I know. They won't do it. Okay, so this is something definitely good for us to do. Okay, now we'll take our wrists and we'll windshield wiper again, and we'll just kick our feet. Okay, we can do that. Yeah, okay. Kick so hard that you're bouncing. Good bouncing, Rosie. You're about to fly off that chair. Okay, and let's try one more time. Feet together, and we're going to just back and forth them. Let's start with our feet. Okay. Now they can continue on their own. They have nothing to do with our wrists. Just keep going. And now we're going to circle. Oh no, they just want to circle. Okay. Okay, you guys all did better than I did. Good. Okay, that's so hard. Good for us. Okay, so we're going to come back out to the edge of our chair and spread our knees out. We can leave our knees bent like this, or we can stretch our feet out. Just total preference, does not matter. Whatever feels good to you. And then we're all going to put our hands on our thighs. We're going to cat and cow just like we did on the chair. So we're going to inhale forward, tailbone goes up, exhale, curl everything in, look down. So inhale forward, exhale down. I really like these seated cat and cows because I can totally feel that like between the shoulder blades when you're looking up. And you just can never do too many cat and cows. If you're a seated one, if you're an on your back one, if you're standing, bending down on the chair. Okay, so now whatever your legs are doing, change them. So if you feel, if you had them out, then put them like this, and we'll do it one more time, a couple more times. Forward. Taking your own time, you don't have to move when I do, just breathe. You can go back and forth, tipping that tailbone up, and keeping that part of the body, the sacrum, the lower spine, really flexible, so important for all of us, right? So at home, maybe just do a couple of these every day. When you wake up, I'll do some cat and cows now. Okay. And when you're even, just come on back, and we'll stay right where we are. And it's fine to keep your feet planted here, or if you're feeling really volcano-y, you can shoot your feet out like a volcano, because we're going to do volcano breath, okay? But if it's safer, just keep your feet here, and we can only volcano arms. It's just fine. Okay. So we're going to inhale, exhale, mouth wide open, spewing out every bad thing that might be inside you, okay? Because we all have little shields. It's not hurting anybody. Inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale. You guys have a lot of bad stuff to spew out. I'll tell you after class what happened this week, but I don't want it to be recorded. So I need to do a couple more. So, inhale, and one more. I'm feeling better. Okay, just letting all that stuff out of us. Because don't we all have junk that we carry around with us? And I want to have the peace that I'm the only one that can cause the peace. That's me. So, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Let that stuff go. Okay, so we only have, we'll just do a pigeon in the chair. And so, pick up your right leg and bring it up and over your left. Sit up really tall. Inhale, and we can just freeze right here, or if we want to, we can press gently on our right thigh with our right hand. And then if we want to do another variation, we can just lean forward. But if we do, we're making sure our core is engaged really tight. If this feels not good on your lower back, just back right, back off. I'm flexing this right foot. In fact, I'm even trying to do the Barbie. So pressing out with that, follow the foot. So Barbie foot, this is really funny. I learned it in something called forest yoga. It has 2 R's, so it might be someone's name, but I thought it was going to be like outdoorsy. I don't know. I just did it online. So, okay, then we'll sit back up and we'll switch. But the Barbie foot really helps that whole leg engage and be active. So left leg comes up and over, sit up really tall. Breathe, try to engage your Barbie foot, so spreading the toes, pressing out through the ball. The heel is kind of flexed. We can press down on our left thigh, and maybe we'll just drift forward. Helps me feel it in the hip, and if we're forward, we're making sure our core is engaged tight. We don't want to hurt our lower back. One more breath. Okay, then we'll all come back. And we'll come to the back of our chair. We'll just do a little soft rainbow kind of breath. Arms up, look up, arms down. Or one book I have calls this angel wings. Look up, look down. Just moving slower. Preparing for Shavasana. And then we'll put our hands on our knees, and we didn't really twist today, so we don't have to really move, just lift up our back from the back of the chair, and then look over our left shoulder, and then our right. And maybe one more time each side. Then coming forward, we'll let our back just drift back to the back of the chair. Make sure our feet are comfortable so they can all be flat on the ground. No Barbies now, just flat. I guess they're Ken feet now. We can flip our palms up if that feels okay. Palms down is fine too. Let's bring our shoulders up to our ears one more time. Let them drift down. Just to release any heat we might have in the body, we'll do a lion's breath. So remember, that's just in through the nose, open the mouth, and stick out the tongue. So we'll just do 2 of those on your own. Then we'll just close the mouth. Close the eyes if that feels okay. Shavasana, where our body's soaking up the things we did, the movements we made. Our joints are feeling nice and lubricated. Our minds are remembering the patterns that we did. Our breath is remembering, wow, feels good to breathe like a volcano, or to breathe long and slow. Maybe I'll take that with me into the world today. And our spirits are remembering, oh yeah, I'm the only one that can give me peace. I know that. So Shavasana, enjoy. Sahana Bhavatu, Sahana Bhunaktu, Saha Vidyam, Karavavahai, Tejasvina, Tavaditamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. You can stay in your chair as long as you want to, but if you feel like you're ready to get on with the day, you could begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, maybe shift with the shoulders. Stretch any way that feels good to you. Just allow yourself a little moment to kind of come back into your body before you just hop up. And we'll bring our hands to our hearts. And we'll bow our heads. So the chant I sang today is, may the divine protect us while we are here together. May we not cherish hate, anger, or displeasure. May our hearts be filled with love. May perfect friendship reign between us. Peace, peace, peace. Let's take a moment and think of something we're thankful for. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.